Hey everybody, I am CJ and this is Truth Tuesday. This morning for Truth Tuesday, I would like to share with you guys wisdom from a 6-year-old. I have a 6-year-old daughter named Luna, and it is incredible the way that God can use 6-year-olds to speak truth into our life. And so I'm going to read a Facebook post really quick that my wife posted a few weeks ago, and just catch this wisdom from my daughter. Kirsten says, Sunday evening, I was exhausted. Brinkley stayed home from worship uncoiled to help me get through the rest of the evening. While he was feeding the dogs, I was making Luna toast for supper. I told you I was exhausted. As I watched her peel the crust off the toast, leaving a piece of bread about the size of a quarter, she asked for 2 more pieces. I glanced at the large pieces of crust, started more toast, and slipped the crust she's not eating to the dogs. I was too tired to fuss at her, but I did comment about how when we can, we buy more expensive bread because it's important to put good things into our bodies. I thought maybe she would catch on that she shouldn't be wasting the bread without me making it obvious. She pauses while studying her new piece of toast with great thought and says, "Sounds like a worship uncoiled." Pausing, I responded with, "You mean a sermon illustration?" She doesn't even look at me, but nods while diligently peeling off the crust of her new toast. Brinkley and I stood staring at the 6-year-old from the kitchen in total amazement. I chose to forget about the wasted bread. Luna recognized something, that it is important what we put into our bodies. Not just physically. Physically is very important, but it's important what we put into our bodies mentally and spiritually. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 23 says this. It says, "Above all else, guard your heart, because everything you do flows from it." Above all else, guard your heart. The things that we allow into our hearts, the things that we allow into our minds and allow to affect us in our hearts, those things matter. And so we need to be putting good things into our minds. And I could go over verse after verse after verse after verse about specific things that should or shouldn't be going into our minds and into our hearts. But I didn't want to narrow it down because I wanted this to be specific to you. And I wanted God to speak to you in this moment. What is it that you are putting into your mind? What is it that you are putting into your heart? We need to be putting good things in, things that honor God, things that draw us closer to Him. What are some things that maybe you need to guard your heart against? You need to put up some barriers, some nets, some guards to keep your heart safe. You see, our hearts matter because everything we do flows from our hearts. Everything we do flows from our hearts. And the proverb writer is so specific. Above all else, guard your heart. My daughter Luna, at 6 years of age, understood that putting good things into our bodies is important physically, but more importantly, putting good things into our bodies is important spiritually and emotionally. And so as you go throughout your week this week, I want to encourage you to guard your heart and your mind and put good things into your body this week.